Hey crafty friends, this is Nye with All Things Were Created. Today we are going to assemble our Savior Nativity Shaker Snow Globe. I'm going to be using my art glitter glue for gluing. I also have some silver star confetti here that I'm going to be using. I have some foam tape and I have my scissors. And so what I also have here are my layers that are cut out, and I have them assembled in the order that I want them to go. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this craft. I'm actually going to put 2 layers of foam tape on this because in the center of my 2 layers of foam tape, I'm actually still going to have some cardstock. So let me show you. I'm going to add foam tape between the top acetate layer and the brown here, my first brown top layer, and then I'm also going to add acetate between my black layer, which will be my offset to my words, and my bottom acetate. Now, oh, I think I just lost my, there it is, the dot for my eye. Do you know what? Before I even really get started, let me just glue that down so I don't lose it again, okay? So let me just put a dab right there. I'll pick it up with my pin and then there. It's such a small piece that I just don't want it to get lost as I'm crafting here. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm going to add the acetate, or I'm sorry, the foam tape between my top acetate layer and the brown and my black layer and the bottom acetate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing these 4 layers here, okay? So I'm going to speed up the video while I glue these 4 layers and then I'll start talking again. Okay, so I'm going to push this one off to the side so I can come back to it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these 4 here in the middle. So again, I'm going to speed up the video as I glue these down. Okay, so that's it for the middle section, and now I'm just going to glue these top 2 together, which is my top glitter layer and my top acetate layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a foam layer between my bottom acetate and my middle section, and then between my top and my middle section. The reason why I want to do that is because I'm going to kind of make it like a sandwich, so this middle section floats in the middle, and hopefully my confetti will be able to kind of go between both sections, the top and the bottom. So I'm going to use my foam tape now, and let's see, where does it start? Right here. I'm going to, let me move this to this side, and I'm going to take a little bit here and cut some off with my scissors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow where I believe that this is about probably 3/4 of an inch thick here. So I'm going to kind of put my foam tape right around there in the center of where I think it would be. I don't want to go all the way to the edge because then my confetti is going to also go all the way to the edge. And I also don't want to go too far into the snow globe because then I'll be able to see it. So if I choose somewhere in the middle, I've got a good chance of being a bit safe there. So let me just cut a little bit more. I'm going to match it up here, and then I'm just going to curve my foam tape right along the path here. And so I'm going to kind of come across here. And again, the reason why I'm doing this and I'm coming across is because I don't want my confetti to come down into here because nobody's going to see that. And that would just be a waste of confetti and it would be hidden. So I'm just going to cut that there. And now what I'm going to do though is, because I want to make sure that I still have the space equidistant down here, I'm just going to add a little bit of the foam tape here as well. And I'm actually going to cut this part off because instead of trying to make this piece turn, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit more again. And then just match it up right there, and then turn it and come up to seal it off. And then I'm going to, again, use my scissors and match it up right there. And so now I have a little bit extra, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the tape, the top part of the tape layer here, and this one as well, and then down here at the bottom also, and there. And so I'm going to take my middle layer now, and I'm going to line it up right on top. So what you probably can't fully tell is that I'm using my fingers to help guide me here. And before I press it down, I'm going to give it a quick check to make sure, yeah, it looks good. And then I'm going to press it down right there like that. And so you can see that I already have, I think my tape is about maybe 1/4 of an inch. I'm not sure, I'd have to go back and look at my case here, the case of the cover. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm ready to add my foam tape to the top part here. So again, I'm going to take a little bit more of my foam tape. And now that I can see exactly where it's going to be, again, I'm just going to make sure that I'm kind of right in the middle there. And I'm just kind of curving my foam tape around to follow the path of the top of the globe here. Just press it down to make sure it's secure. Again, I'm going to take a little bit more and match it up right there, and then just continue along the path here. And seal it up there. Now you do want to make sure that you're sealing it, because if you do not, then what will happen is your glitter and confetti will slide right down through there and will be lost. And that's not what we want. So I'm going to do it this way. And again, I'm adding it here at the bottom. Just cutting it there. And I'll take a little bit more just to finish this section off, which was probably too much there, but it is what it is. And then I'm just going to turn it up and put it right there. And that's it. And so now I'm ready to add my glitter. So I'm just going to make sure that this is nice and firm down. I'm going to take, I have this silver stars here. So I'm going to take them and just pour a couple in. That's probably good. And I'm going to take off the top part of my foam tape here because it's double-sided tape, double-sided foam tape. And make sure that you don't lift up the snow globe so you lose all of the glitter that you just added. And the bottom part as well. Okay. And now I'm ready to, again, just add this part to the top. And like I did before, I'm using my fingers to help line it up here. It's a little bit harder. I'm not sure why. And do a quick check before you seal it, and it looks good. And so I'm pressing it down and make sure that everything is sealed up tight, all of the places there. And now you can see the glitter as it moves, and then you can shake it down, and there it is. I probably could have added a little bit more, but I think it looks good. And so I hope you guys like this craft. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and happy crafting.